Shohei Ohtani, he is not chasing history. I like to emphasize that, like Aaron Judge, who, by the way, incredible player doing incredible things. He's chasing Roger Maris. Shohei Ohtani is chasing Shohei Ohtani. You need to get that out there more and more. He's the first player in the American League or the National League, thanks to last night, with 200 strikeouts and 30 or more home runs. Just process that for a second. The most homers by a pitcher with 200 strikeouts, you got to go back to 65, Don Drysdale, who had 7, and Earl Wilson is 66, who had 7.
Just a little bit different there.
Just a touch different. And this wasn't Shohei's best outing. He had to deal with the climate, the weather, some rain. He talked about how his landing spot wasn't there. He felt uncomfortable. But he was still Shohei. He still adjusted and still put together another solid performance.
Relentless in his pursuit.
I love relentless. It's a great word.
So he was relentless in his pursuit of his perfection when he always takes the mound. Obviously, the elements played a factor last night. When you look at these numbers, 5 innings pitched, 6 walks is an alarming number. But that's directly related to the factors that he had to deal with on the mound. And I know all the players had to deal with it. But looking at what happened last night, 53% strike rate, that's a down number for him. 9 of 24 first pitch strikes, that's a down number for him. But Shohei doing Shohei things, figured out a way to keep his team in the game, allow them to go through that, win the game, and also qualify for his 14th W on the season.
And he's got 153 innings now, and that gives him the highest strikeout rate in the majors with 203 punch-outs. By the way, he needs 162 innings to qualify for that ERA title in the Cy Young. He is getting closer to that, but he's been getting it done on the mound. But hold on for a second. When they needed an add-on run, Shohei Ohtani getting it done last night once again.
And when you look at what he does when he's on the mound and in the batter's box, he's accumulated 14 RBIs during his starts this year. That right there is a straight chuck it and duck, because if you don't get out of the way of that ball is absolutely going to leave a mark. And I loved how Matt Vasgersian described it last night, watch your lips. That is a watch your lips moment right there. But when you have the ability like Shohei does to be able to throw it 100+ and hit it 100+, it just makes it such a unique player that we're able to watch on a nightly basis.
That was his 26th start. That was his 14th RBI on the day he starts. But let's talk about the day after he starts. We've heard Mark Gubicza say it time and time again, your lower half is sore, you're pushing off that back foot in the torque that you go through, and pitchers need a recovery day. But not Shohei Ohtani. He has been more than productive on the day after he pitches.
I would love to know what he goes through the night that he starts and then that next morning in preparation to be able to come out the next day and be the designated hitter. 293 in next day after the start, 11 homers, 17 RBIs. It just goes to show you how dialed in this man can be. And being a Major League Baseball pitcher is incredibly difficult to have success. Being a Major League hitter is incredibly difficult. There's only, what, right around 700 when you look at the numbers.
Yep.
He's part of the 350 and part of the other 350 and having incredible amounts of success on back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, and just a quick note on him as a pitcher as well. I mentioned he got 200 punch-outs. First player, first Angel do it since the Weave back in 2010. But, you know, when you talk about getting to know your body, and we're going to kind of tail that into a Reed Detmers conversation, but Shohei Ohtani, no one knows his body like he does. And you mentioned, but it starts with sleep. It starts with training. It starts with diet. There's so many things that go into it.
You know, and having Ippei by his side to be able to help him go through that, I think is a tremendous advantage for Shohei. But sleep, a huge factor in being able to recover. What is he doing? Is he going through ice baths? Is he going home with the Normatec? He's got his own program. He wrote that blueprint last year. He's probably adding pages to the book this year. And as he continues to add pages, he's only going to be better and know his body even more.